Hi there, it's Lori, and this is going to be a premiere, so it's going to show as a live and a regular video. I will be in the live chat. I'm doing this because I suspect by the end of the day my spoons will be all used up, but I usually do Sunday nights. Now, depending on where I schedule this, Crafty Witch 232, Andy's husband, Jason, will be learning to crochet. And she's dropping that video, and it's about a 40-minute video. So I'll either redirect you over there right after, or I'll put it in the description box. Well, I'll redirect you to go to her premiere because she'll do the same thing, so that it'll loop in and go right to that video. Or if I schedule this for after that premieres, then I will pull it. No, I will put it in the description box and as a pinned comment, and you can go watch that after you watch this. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I think allergies are really a problem right now, and that contributing with not being able to take that medicine that was working for the migraines, because the consequences weren't worth the pros did not outweigh the cons. Nope. Unfortunately. I mean, if I wanted to walk around like I was, covered in hives all the time. But my neurologist said no. Anyway, he said I wasn't allowed. Sorry, I'm messing with the camera here for a second. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to do a crochet with me for a little bit. I'm going to do these in little segments. I do want to tell you a funny story though, and why I tend to hesitate taking some of my stronger migraine meds and going to bed. The other night, so it would have been Friday night. Yeah, after we had our comedy show that we went to, my husband and I took some meds. I wanted to make sure I was out. Actually, it might have been the night before. Yes, it was the night before. Took the med. I'm like, I'm gonna sleep, and as much as I need to sleep. And I was out. The next morning, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that fire alarm woke you up." And I said, "What are you talking about?" I had no recall at all of the fire alarm going off. Apparently, I had a whole conversation with him about it. I'm telling you now, I was not awake, not fully conscious. It was the fire alarm. It wasn't, he went and made sure everything was safe, but it was the battery just needed to be replaced in the fire alarm in our bedroom. It was in our bedroom, and I did not wake up. I honestly don't think I should take that medicine when he's not home, because when he's working graveyards. If I'm going to be asleep and he's not here, I should not take that medicine. That's terrifying that I did not hear it. Terrifying. Anyway, my ex-husband right shortly after we got married. We must have been married at max 3 months at this point. And because, was I subbing yet? No, I was still working at the bank, but I had to get up much earlier in the day than he did. So I would went to bed. A similar but more freaky and funny thing happened there. So I had gone to bed, was asleep. Apparently, he was watching football, I think. Maybe college football. I don't remember. Something. Yeah, probably the CU Buffaloes. Probably um, college football. I wake up. Well, I wasn't awake. Let me clarify. I was not awake and I was not taking migraine medicine. I came into the living room, had a whole conversation with him, coherent conversation with him, grabbed something from the kitchen like water or whatever, went back to bed. The next day, he said, "Hey, I was thinking about what you said last night about blah, blah, blah." I don't remember the specifics. And I said, "What are you talking about?" "You came out and you were talking to me." "When?" "I don't know, about this time." "I was asleep." He said, "You walked in here, your eyes were open, and you had a conversation with me." So this is in my history. Anybody else out there have this level of sleepwalking? Now, I haven't done it in years. This was not walking. Thankfully, I didn't go anywhere. We know that's how I would end up in urgent care again. My vow, no more urgent care visits in 2025. 2, 1 week apart was plenty. No more, no more, no more, no more. Anyway, if I sleptwalked, we got stairs, we got animals I could trip on. That'd be hazardous. So the fact that I just had a conversation with my husband 2 or 3 nights ago, yeah, yeah. But I want to know. I want to know how many of you all have sleptwalked. I'm going to be filming a crochet with me on this blanket a little bit. I'm going to apologize in advance. I know the black is really hard. The black yarn is really hard to see. But hopefully with the pink background, it's not too terrible. But anyway, so I just need to know. Please let me know in the chat. Have you sleptwalked? Do you currently sleepwalk? Do any of the... is it just me? Do you have full conversations and you're not awake with people in your household? Makes me wonder, when I was all alone in the house before I was married to my husband, did I talk to the animals? Was I talking to my cats? They were different cats than these current cats. Makes me curious. One of my daughters also has this lovely gift. Her husband also thinks it's fantastic. No. Anyway, I thought I would share some fun stuff first before we go to the table. I'm going to show you where we're at. My goal in recording, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this, then I have to go to this other camera. My goal is to get here, and I will be in the chat, y'all. I'm gonna get to this corner here, which is row 45. I'm on row 39. This way I get to 48. If I can get here, that would make me even happier. Then I'm truly more than halfway through because the dimensions aren't, it's not square. But it's so cute. It's so cute. I'm finishing this before I work on, before I work on my animal blanket again, which I'll show it. Is actually getting there. I will finish this. This will not defeat me. I'm also working on packaging for prize winners. There's a couple of you that haven't contacted me. Almost everybody has. These are ears. Those are the ears. It's a little close to the nose, but on the nose. Just kidding. So this is going to get done. But I want to finish this cow blanket, and then I have an idea for the magical make along, magical Mal, MAL, for Live Fantastical, Michelle and Cheyenne, and Armchair Chef is the collaborator. They're looking for a collaborator in September, but September is when I'm doing my Decade Divas, so that's going to be my focus for September. I do need to work on a secret Tunisian project for Camille's Creations. So I'm trying to say all the things going on so you kind of know where I'm at. I'm not sure what I'm going to show you for yarn management, but my tackle it this week is going to be finishing. I have one package ready to go from my giveaways. I have I think I have seven packages to still do. So good times for me. And Chef Lori is getting her reindeer poop along with her tea. So, and there will be extra goodies in there for pretty much everyone. Like I said, I think there's just a couple people I haven't heard back from on tea, about tea. Heather, if you happen to be in this live, Heather's Creative Corner. I know you didn't drop the word tea, but if you're interested in tea, please let me know. Linda, I heard her name, Linda's Crochet Channel. Her name wasn't on the tea. US only, guys. Sorry for the tea. That's a rule on the tea. But she wanted some tea. Seriously, if you're a regular and you're interested in tea, send me an email. You'll probably just get one box, and it might not be in this round. But Linda or Heather, because you did enter some replay giveaways, just not the tea1. So Heather's Creative Corner, if you are interested in some tea, let me know, and I'll send that. And I know you love the stickers, so you'll get some stickers too. So all right. Anything else going on? Oh, I was saying Camille's. Oh God, I got to do that too. Camille's. Oh my gosh, spit it out, Lori. I believe August. Is it August or September? Tunisian. Her Tunisian challenge is. It's a secret, so you can't share it. You can't show like what you're working on or anything. Her Tunisian project is Is it September or August? I think it's September. Somebody will say in the chat. I bet Linda will say in the chat because she's very good about knowing that. She hasn't dropped the video about that yet, so, and it's already August, so I bet it's a September thing. In August, no, August is the make along on Live Fantastical alien theme. It can be alien color. I'm going to put out a request. Does anyone have silver and or black scrubby yarn? I know it's a weird request. I have a very specific thing I want to make. Not scrubby shorts. I have, oh no, where's my scrubby yarn? Well, I have some blue scrubby yarn, but it's not right for what I want to make. Those are being saved for a very special scrubby pair of shorts. Just kidding. Anyway, I have this vision in my head, and I so very much want to make it, but I really don't want to spend $6 a skein on silver and black. If I have to do it just in silver, I can. Silver and black would be ideal. Scrubby yarn, because, like, who wants that? Who wants to spend that much on that? But that's what my project needs. So yeah, sorry about the camera here. It's because I'm gonna go to the hands. But let's see. So if any of you have scrubby yarn or you have a discounted scrubby yarn, I'm happy to pay $3 a skein for it. And I'll even pay shipping. But if you have silver scrubby or scrubby like, does not have to be the Lion Brand scrubby. It can be any, but the Lion Brand scrubby sparkly scrubby sparkle, maybe that's it. Oyster shell, I think is the name. It would be the ideal world, but seriously, if you have scrubby yarn, email me. Silver and or black, or if you have that variegated black, white, and gray, I would take that. I sent all of that to my sister, so I don't have that anymore. I could make that one work. Anybody getting Santa sacks? Maybe you have some scrubby yarn, or maybe you have some scrubby yarn from old mystery bags. I'm just hoping. I really just don't want to spend. I only need 2 skeins. I need the silver and the black. Oh, maybe I should go over to Michael's. I'll wait to see if any of you have or know somebody that has some scrubby yarn that I could buy from them in silver and or black, or the variegated black, gray, white. I can make those work. Or red and gold. I could make that work too. Deb, if you're watching, you might have a clue from the colors I just used or mentioned. But probably not. Probably not. Because it's silly. But it's not as silly as reindeer poop. But, oh, sorry for the motorcycles. My windows are open. It's quite lovely weather here. Because it's going to be running as a premiere alive simultaneously. Make sure you're over in the live chat. Nightbot will work like normal. And yeah, so I'm trying to think what else is going on. So Camille's thing. I need to, we'll show it. We're going to show Camille's yarn. I'm going to use this whole 30 minutes because that's all this camera lets me do. Working on her hat. Again, I was using the 4.5 millimeter hook for this. I am currently using the 4.5 millimeter hook for this because just to get it a little more dense with the double crochets. So much cat hair. Anyway, Camille's yarn is absolutely gorgeous and it works up so beautifully. And the more you work with this baby alpaca, the softer it gets. And it smells so good. Remember, my granddaughter taught me to sniff the yarn. It smells so good. Of all the yarns I smelled, along with my granddaughter, we did not smell this one because it was in a separate place. This is my favorite one. That smells so good, y'all. Get some of this yarn. And if you're not a yarn smeller, I get it because I wasn't much of a yarn smeller. My granddaughter taught me. I only would smell yarn if I was worried about it smelling bad, but no, this smells so good. That's why I keep smelling it. And it retains its lovely aroma. I know you're all probably laughing at how silly that just was, but seriously, get some Camille's yarn. Get it. Her shop will be linked in the description box. It's fantastic. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. I will probably get back to Centro stuff, and I really need to do some diamond painting. I will do a live with my nails probably tomorrow sometime because you can see I took it all off. It unlike the blue, I didn't do a very good job with the last set, and so I'll give you a preview. This is the set I will be going to. Oh, that's so glary. I think it's called something water. Oh, I think this is what I did with the mermaids. When I did when Magical Make Along was doing the mermaids, I didn't have any alien themed ones. But Tranquil Waters, I think. Yeah, Tranquil Waters. I'm trying to. Here, let me turn this off. Is that better or worse? Anyway, that's the preview. Probably Monday. I'll do a vertical live on that because then we need more light. All right. So this is where I do my hands. I'm gonna have to play with the camera a little bit before I actually start recording. I'm not gonna speed up my voice. Most of my videos I speed it up a little bit to kind of fit in half an hour or less. I don't always achieve that. Usually I aim for 10 or 15 minutes. My yarn management, whatever I figure out I'm gonna do with that tomorrow, that probably will be 10 to 15 minutes. But this is where we're at. My dad called me the other day to thank me for his, because I get him, if any of you need compression socks or compression in your feet, but you want the non-binding compression, there is a company called Via Socks, Viasox, and that's what I sent him for Father's Day. I was over a month late, but the reason I was over a month late is that I was waiting for their sale. Well, in theory, that's what I was doing. My sister sends me a text, hey, they're having a buy two, get three free. So I sent my sister some too. And he's over the moon. He loves those socks. He says they're literally the only socks he wears because he has diabetes as well as everyone else in my family except me. All my aunts and uncles, grandparents, my mother, my sister, everybody. Everybody got the type 2 diabetes. Anyway, so I'm very, very aware of and cautious with that. Anyway, my dad called and thanked me for those socks. But if any of you are interested in the Via socks, please, please check that company out. I think they're based in Canada, but watch from the next Prime Day. So that's in October, right? See if they have their sale, and that's directly through them. You know how a lot of companies, when Amazon does their Prime Day sales, the companies will do sales on their own websites um, that are as good or often better. This was better because they're not inexpensive socks, but they will last and they're quality. Anyway, I've blathered on enough about Via socks, but my dad, he's a funny dude. And then that's where the story about him meeting his father-in-law came up. Because my dad he's not a 4.5 millimeter hoot. He's a 10 out of 10. He's a 10 millimeter hoot. You know what? He's a 25 millimeter hoot. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go to my hands for a little bit. If I need a break from crocheting or I feel like this is too, if I don't like the way it's filming, I'll switch over and I'll do some diamond painting. So this could be an interesting live, very different, obviously, because it's a premiere. I'm going to be in the chat. I'm hoping this way I actually can interact with you a lot better in the chat. Like this, when I'm face on doing chat, it's no problem interacting with y'all. But whenever I'm facing my hands, I really have a hard time keeping up with chat. And I want to connect with you all. So I will be in the chat with you. So it'll be sort of like a regular live, but I'm afraid I would be out of spoons if I waited till tonight. So, okay, to the hands. Okay, using this 4.5 millimeter furls hook. It's called a G plus, because I think a G is 4.25. I am on row 39. I need to do 9 of these corner to corner double crochet. There are several different ways you can do double crochets. Corner to corners. And 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and go in that. And I am doing, I know it's going to be near impossible to see. Oop, too far. Okay. I'm using that, the cat. Okay, so I'm doing connected. So I'm going to go through this leg with the black. I cannot see with the black yarn. I cannot see the loop to go into, so I'm just going into the front leg. Through here. Here. And you slip stitch to there. Once I get to the white, it'll be a little bit easier to see. So I chain 3, many people chain 2. And I do pretty loose because I want the yarn to be kind of fat almost. Okay, so on that one, notice I did not connect it because I need that to be a gap because that's where the other stitches are going to go like this. So I'm going to show you all the little weird things that I do. Now, this is the first time I've done the connected or linked double crochet corner to corner, but I am liking how it fills in gaps and holes. Since this is for a baby, I want to make sure that, okay, so I'm on my third one now, right? So there's the chain 3 or chain 2, depending on you. The first double crochet that's not linked, then the linked. Now I'm on the third one. Third double crochet, technically 4th stitch. I go underneath or into the stitch on the row below. Now the reason I'm doing that is to close that hole a little bit. I still did linked, so I went through that front leg. But instead of going in here, I kind of go in here into that stitch, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm really hoping the audio on this is okay. I'm actually going to stop here for a minute. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to check the audio and make sure that's sounding good. This is an audio test. That audio was questionable, so we're doing a quick audio test, and then I'll get back to doing this. I need to do 9 blocks of this black all together. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're trying another audio test. Oops, I pulled my stitch out. I don't. My computer's not cooperating, so that's what's happening there. We might go to not the overhead. So I'm going to see if this is any good. Boy, am I glad I checked that audio. Yes, we're going this way now. I cannot seem to get the editing program I'm using to film this to not use the audio from the webcam. The webcam audio is what's making it horrible. So sorry you had to endure that for a few minutes. But sadly, I'll have to just show it to you like this. It's fine. I did show you the little hack I do to kind of close up. Close up the gap. I'm going to try to keep this up here. Very much not where I usually crochet. Up in the air like this. I did show you that I'm doing the linked, and I showed you the little hack to kind of close up that gap. But I'll show you from this direction. You won't really see it. So instead of going in here, I go underneath here, kind of in that stitch. And then I'll show you what it does. It closes that hole where I put those stitches. So it just squishes it in a little bit. Are you supposed to do that? Probably not. Do I do it anyway? Yes, I do. Now I pull my slip stitches down really tight also to kind of close this gap as much as I can. And you'll have to give me, other than the audio, I know the audio was terrible there for a little bit. You have to give me some feedback what you think about watching this way, and I can tell my voice is already kind of funky. I'm going to try to do at least an hour here, but we'll see how it goes. I definitely am moving faster on this blanket than I did on the animal blanket. Well, still working on the animal blanket, so this design was much better. I will link the graph so that you are welcome to. I need to figure out how to. I really should set up a Ravelry so you can grab my graphs. Now tomorrow, tomorrow my yarn management. I still haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do there. If by some weird miracle I finish this blanket today, it'll be putting all this away. Maybe my yarn management will be organizing what I need to get done. Because I really need to get that hat done with Camille's yarn. And I want to. Let's add that. I need to get the animal blanket done. I need to order some popcorn yarn so I can do a tutorial on this baby hat. This I'm gonna say this is a 6 to 12 month old because it as we established, I have a tiny alien head, a baby alien head. Grayson and I are buddies. I can't get that on, so that's smaller. So this is truly a baby hat, but I do want to do a tutorial for it because it is so easy, so easy. Now it probably won't be in this blanket yarn. I don't know if that color is available anymore. Crafty Witch 232 Andy sent me something super cute where she found this pattern where it was a bucket and then little popcorns with eyes. It was cute. Little popcorn amigurumis, I guess you would call them. They were tiny though, so that would be cute on there. Or maybe in the tutorial I could do something like that. But that was a written pattern. So I have not looked at that pattern. It was a free written pattern. Oh, let me count. One more. All right. So, as we have established, I am the math teacher that really has always disliked counting. I don't know what it is about counting. I almost became an accountant. Kind of funny, right? Anyway, I was coming out of high school. I had gotten an award for my accounting class because we played this game. I say game, but it was actually part of the curriculum where you had to like basically run a company, like run their books. their debits and credits, and debit means something different in accounting terms than it means like not your debit card. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to do 4 whites. Okay. I apologize. It's the middle of the afternoon and I'm yawning. See, I knew I was going to run out of spoons if I waited. All right. I'm going to use a big clamp. Clamp that. Now I'm going to show you my next trick. Not sleight of hand or magic. Sorry. Not that fun. What was I talking about before I interrupted? Oh, I was choosing. So I had gotten an accounting award because we played this game that was part of the curriculum where you kept the books for this company. Oh, okay. So I slip stitched into that. Let me go back actually. Really show you. So I had the yarn is sitting here at the base of this stitch, at this base of this block. I want to bring it up to this corner because this block is going to slip stitch to that block. So what I do is I go in the gap below and then I go in the stitch above that base stitch, and that way that closes that gap a little bit too. Then I chain and I skip that stitch on the side. Then I go into that next stitch and I slip stitch because that chain kind of took that space. That's why I don't want too much in there. And now I'm going to slip stitch into the chain space. And I'll leave that loop there for a minute. Okay, now I need to join that. You are looking at the back side of my work. I'm looking at the front side of my work. This is where it helps to pay attention to what's the front and what's the back in your corner to corner. So what I'm going to do, let me bring this loop down a little bit. I have both of those loops on there. I'm going to pull it through. And then I'm going to take this white yarn, which is a little ball. I'm going to make sure that black is wrapped around. Well, I recorded an entire half hour that I cannot get to upload to this. But I did finish that row. So I'm down here now. I switched my hanky. It was the green metallic, and I went with the purple that matches my hair. This will be, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. So this is going to be a really short live tonight. And I apologize for that. I don't know what happened with that. Whatever I just said. I'll put this other tea set on here. I'm just disappointed and frustrated because I showed different techniques and stuff in there, and yeah, it's a lot of color changes but it's just 2 color changes and it's cow print, so it doesn't matter if there's a little, like right there, I'll show you. If there's a little bit of black showing in the white and white showing in the black, right there. Doesn't matter. That's the front of the work you're looking at. It actually goes this way based on my front back. I like the texture of it. It's looking good. Real happy with it. Anyway, I'm not going to make this very long. If by some miracle I get that half hour uploaded, cool. If not, this is going to be less than an hour live. And I am so sorry. I am disappointed. I'm just disappointed and frustrated because there should have been a whole half hour of me crocheting and showing you what I do on a corner to corner to change colors. Again, pretty easy on the black and white where it really doesn't actually matter all that much if a little bit shows because it's a cow. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah, I'm into yarn management. Still not sure what I'm doing for that. I gotta figure something out. But so I guess this is live. I would just sit here. Sit here and we'll chat, and I'll just kind of sit here for a few minutes. I'll make this, say, 10-15 minutes. I intended to be done with the recording at least 10 minutes ago, but I lost a half hour of the video. Finished the row. That means I got to row 40. That was row 39. I go through on my graph and then I use pencil because it's shiny and I actually feel like I can see it better. But then also if I make a mistake, it's pencil. So wait. Okay. See, I was getting a little bit off there. Anyway, the pencil shows up because it's shiny on top of the graph, on top of the black parts of the graph. And then I'm going to circle the number 40. See what I mean? That you can actually see that pencil on there. Pen can kind of disappear in black ink. So then I circled the 40 to show me that's where I'm at. I need to find my green hanky. There's the clip that I dropped. So I think that was 2 drops all together during this live, not live. I'm going to clip these clips here. I gotta find my green hanky. What did I do with it? I don't know. Anyway, be looking for a nails video tomorrow, Monday, probably midday. Probably. I should look at my calendar and see if I have anything to do. But we'll chat. Hopefully this time everybody can actually chat. I'm going to set this. I'm going to go ahead and set this for 8:30 Mountain. So that's 10:30 Eastern p.m. Sorry it's so late for some of you. But that's what I'm going to have to do. So that'll be after Andy's Crafty Witch 232's video that you absolutely are going to want to see. I'm going to put a post about it up, and then I'll put a post about mine. Go watch that. She's doing it the same way. It's all recorded and edited down. I'm not really editing any of this. Per se. I mean, I'm doing clips together, but I'm not really editing. I'm so sad that I lost a whole half hour, because it was actually the more important half hour. I do want to know what's everybody working on. What are you making? Doesn't matter. Are you dyeing yarn? Are you spinning yarn? Are you doing paper crafts? Are you journaling? Are you making journals? Are you knitting? Are you painting? What are you working on? Are you diamond painting? What are you working on? I want to know. Anyway, you all are lovely, and I gotta add at least 4 more minutes. So yeah, let's just chat a little while here in this premiere / live. But my spoons are super gone now that tech didn't work. I'm frustrated. So I'm sure Shannon and Andy both relate to the spoons being stolen by technology. Anyway, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. And hopefully we're chatting and saying goodbye here, but I just wanted everybody to chat. I'm hoping Nightbot still does its thing and drops the links and stuff. I hope. Anyway, I will add some links to this, and I'm going to go 2 more minutes. Make sure to check out all my shout out channels. I think all my shout outs today also, except for Michelle Plays Hooky, because she doesn't do lives on her channel yet, I don't believe. But she was certainly a participant in that live, and she's a participant in a lot of lives. So Michelle Plays Hooky is the only one that's not already linked in my Saturday shout outs and giveaways announcements. You have a week to get a hold of me, I think is what I put. Maybe I said 2 weeks, but anyway, I think Mona and Kitty Lane might be the only ones that still need to get a hold of me. So I really appreciate you coming in and giving this experiment a try. I might, until my neurologist can figure something else out, this might have to be, other than a quick nails vertical live, this might be what I have to do for a bit. But we'll see. Hopefully next week I'll be feeling better. And hopefully the storms won't be changing the pressure in the air so much. And so, yeah, I really genuinely appreciate all of you for coming in and watching and participating. Hopefully the chat is chatting, and I will be in the chat with you so we can be reacting. And sadly, I'll have to watch myself. I have to watch myself a lot, watch my own video, because when I'm editing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Again, it's not even 6 o'clock at night and I'm yawning like this. Okay. 8 more seconds and I'm going to throw this on there and we're going to call it good. I will try to download that half hour rate once again, but who knows? Who knows? Sorry, this is going to be kind of a short live. I appreciate you all so much. And thanks for coming in. And can I get an amen?